What's up and welcome to another episode of Gizmo Slip Tech. Today we're taking a look at the GS65 Stealth. Now, this is the new refreshed version of the GS65 Stealth. There's a handful of changes with it. We have a larger touchpad and of course we have the new RTX 2080 Max Q in this laptop. So now this is going to feature the i7 8750H, so we're not talking about any extreme CPU processors, which admittedly probably will make a small difference in a chassis this thin. In terms of gaming, it would be a medium level difference between this and like the i9 8950H cage, because you'll get better base clocks out of that. But overall, you're going to get very similar performance with this. And for example, like an Aerial 15 with the i9 8950HK and the RTX 2080 Max Q. So like comparatively, this is going to be probably a little bit less money as well when you compare, because it's got to have that base level CPU. Now this is going to start around $2,500 and go up to about $3,000. Those are approximate price points and they're going to change. So and it's only going to come with the RTX 2080 right off the bat, but they're also going to do a 2070 version Max Q as well at some point. And they do have a new 17-inch version. I'll have a separate video about the GS65 Stealth. So if you're looking for a thin bezel 17-inch laptop that's thin and light, that'll also be a great option to take a look at. Let's go over the basic specs. We've got, like I said, the i7 8750H, the RTX 2080 Max Q. You've got two M.2 SSDs in here that you can put in. That's going to provide fantastic overall performance. You can put those in RAID 0 with up to 4 terabytes of storage space. They've also upgraded the type of touchpad and the drivers with this, so it's supposed to be more responsive. We're looking at 144 hertz refresh rate IPS display. This is going to be very, very thin and very, very light. I don't have the exact specs on the dimensions and height, but as you can see, it's one of the thinnest and lightest gaming laptops that money can buy. Taking a look at the ports, along the right side we have the USB 3.0 Type A, a USB-C Thunderbolt 3 port, a display port, an HDMI 2.0 port, and last but not least, the power port. Then we have the exhaust vents on this side and on the back right here, and no ports on the back, and we have another exhaust vent here. And then on the left side here, we have an exhaust port, a LAN port, 2 USB Type A's, a headphone jack, and mic port. Probably one of the biggest things missing from the port selection is an SD card reader. In my opinion, that is very important for a creative filmmaker who's going to make videos or need to transfer things with an SD card reader, so that's a little bit sad that that is missing. This laptop will actually double as an Amazon Alexa hub, which will make it really easy to control Amazon Alexa. You control it both through your mic as well as your onboard mic on the actual laptop, and you'll actually be able to even use it in some gameplay instances. I'm not sure how yet. They're still working on implementing it, but that's one of the things that MSI is touting about this laptop. Overall, this is a great thin and light gaming laptop, and I can't wait to do a review on it, testing the thermals out and seeing exactly how well the new RTX 2080 Max Q performs inside of this laptop. As you know, the main question with these new thin and light gaming laptops with the 2080 Max Q is how much power can you actually put into a system like this, because you're going to be either power limited or thermal limited. It's going to take a really powerful card and basically cripple it to basically reduce the performance compared to what you'd get in a much thicker laptop, just because a laptop this thin cannot dissipate enough heat to be able to run those cards at max power. We don't know yet, and we won't know until the end of the month when the NDA comes off on the 29th. Hopefully I can get some reviews out around that time. Now, one downside of the GS65 Stealth series is that if you want to upgrade the internals, yes, there are 2 M.2 Nvme SSD slots, but you have to actually take the bottom off and then take the motherboard out and flip it upside down to actually upgrade it. That's one thing that's nice about the GS75 Stealth, is that those slots are going to be easily accessible on the bottom, just taking the bottom panel off. That covers it for the new GS65 Stealth hands-on. I can't wait to test this thing. More content from CES 2019 for you coming soon. We'll see you guys in the next one. Brandon, out.